What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Frankenmuth. Apparently I didn't N in the name of it last time. So there's our leases. I wanted to show that for, yeah, that's a good chunk of change. So we know we got to have around that amount, around $7,000 in the account every month for our leases so far. And we'll probably get a few more going today. Want to get the straw picked up here and potentially get this replanted. Let me get it to daylight and we'll get rolling. Well, it's getting close to daylight and I started looking at forage wagons because I think that's what we want to do. And I am going to go ahead and buy this one. And we'll get this stuff out of the way. We'll go pick that up. We'll check prices of oats today, but we'll probably hold on to those as long as we can. And we'll sell this stuff straight away, because that's what we'll have to do. But we'll put the oats away, go grab the forage wagon, start picking this stuff up. Can't imagine it being too many trips with this small, tiny field. But as you can see, we have a couple cultivation contracts going on 42 and on 37. So they'll be making us some money in the background. Just got to pay the workers. Contract company we got running here. Long drive to go get the forage wagon. It's like two different worlds with this equipment versus what we have over here. And over here, the New Holland, some powerful stuff. All right, let's get this home. Just love driving around on these games and, you know, seeing a tractor in the field working based on us. You know, we have the helper doing that, the worker, but it's still so sweet to just drive by this stuff. Brings the game a little more alive to me. Nice. Somewhat skinny field, very long passes. So that shouldn't take them too long. They're already 8% done with that and 6% done with the other, and now 7. And that should bring in around $40,000 between the two. You know, part of me wants this to fill up pretty fast, and there's another part of me that's like, well, do we want to drive back and forth 20 times? But let's see how it goes. I'm guessing 2 loads on this thing, a load and a half, but I guess we might be lucky to get one. 7% already. We should get at least one. Let's bust it out. All right, well, it's going to be a little bit more than I thought, so let's head in. We're going to go to the animal dealer, drop this off. Quite the drives. Yeah, here we are. A little bit of a drive. So cool. Sold at this place so many times. It's a little different building. Obviously, we have the updated farmers market here, but this is just going to bring in a little bit of cash, seeing this hard economy. $36 per 1,000 liters. Yeah, lots of back and forth. $594 per trip. The thing I didn't do last time was take a look at what shape our field's in. So we know weeds are going to be there. No fertilization, doesn't need lime. Everything's looking good. We did end up getting 2 full loads. This is our final one here, 73% full. Might bring in about 400 bucks. Boy, this thing gets filthy. That hard economy, it's no joke. Seems a little more realistic to what you'd actually get for that though. 440 bucks. We're gonna head over to the store. We're gonna take a look at our options for planting crops. We have 80 horsepower, so we're gonna be very limited, but might as well just leave this at the store so we don't have to drive all the way there and back twice. I think this is the dealership right here. Is this it? Yeah, I don't know. So as far as seeders are concerned, we could go up all the way to this direct drill, but it's 180 horsepower. So we're pretty limited. Is there anything that we can do? With 80 horsepower, it doesn't look like it. What about planters? 150 seems to be barrier of entry. So, gosh, that's where I don't know. Like, I would love to just get rid of this at this point, but I don't know how we get rid of the finances. Total payments remaining, 12,000. No vehicles available. Oh, does this not work? I mean, it's in there. Didn't hear a click. Wow. I guess we're not selling anything that way. We're repairing anything. I guess we keep it. We might as well send it home too. All right, go home. I guess it'd be wise to just start with something like this. Should we go with the red one? Let's see. We've used all of these. Yeah, I haven't used this one, so let's go ahead and do that. What would the payments be on this for 2 years? 3,000, all right. So now we have up to 225 horsepower. Not bad payments either. Just not enough for that or that. 110, 180, this would work. 4 meters. This machine can plant wheat, barley, canola. Additionally, the seeder also possible for seed directly. So it's a direct drill. No cultivation required. It also has fertilizer and seeds. So I think that's what I want to go with. Let's see what's in the used market real quick. Yeah, we'll pass on all that. Okay, but that would be the seeder option. Let's take a look at the planter option. Yeah, the same stuff that we've been using. So I guess we will go with something like canola, maybe. The extra capacity might be nice. Yeah, let's finance this. Another 3,000. So we just added another 6,000 to our debts. Pretty much doubled those. But let's go buy some seed and some fertilizer. Contracts are going to be key to keep us afloat until we start growing our property. Glad we have that flexibility though. Go ahead and get the wheat in here. We'll have to get a tractor with a front loader on it, which we don't have from our 2 options. Or we can buy like a small, maybe forklift, maybe like, oh man, maybe we do want this skid steer. It's a lot of money though. Yeah, those both are a little out of the price range that I want. Fuel costs. What's going on there? The workers? So we'll set this up to, gosh, I guess we can only plant what we are allowed to plant. So let's double check the calendar while we're driving. So it's canola, barley, or wheat right now. And I think we wanted to do barley because then we could flip it really quick in June. Completed a task. Who's completed a task? Oh, the driver, this guy. Okay, whew, that worried me. Now the width on this thing, not all that impressive, but it does 3 jobs. It takes care of the cultivation, it takes care of the first application of fertilizer, and it plants for us. So I think that'll be, yeah, more than enough. Go ahead and set this to barley, and all the harvesters definitely got to move. Good old Massey out of here. Okay, so this should be somewhat quick. Yeah, trying to avoid the trees for visual sake here. Made me mess up quite a few times. Barley's in the ground. Just got the headlands to do, or the end rows. A couple spots that we need to clean up that we didn't get quite good enough when we're turning around. But not bad. Quick little start there. Quick little first field. Just lock in right here. Do this pass. Looks like we'll have to do all 3 on this side for the tiny little spots we missed. Not too bad though. Got this side done. We'll head back up the field now. See what it looks like on the other side. I think we can get away with probably just 2 end rows up here. I think if I lock in here too, I can get this little tiny speck. Just by pulling all the way forward. Yep. Now let's take a look. I think that's going to actually do it. Not there. Yeah, looking good. What to do next? What to do next? We got our field planted. 1 of 8 growing stage. I like that. And I guess weed treatment is probably next. I think if we go with this, we should be able to get away with it, right? Always use it right after planting. I know there's some changes in this game that I'm not 100% sure how they work, but we'll see. I feel like weeds are a little different than last game, but who knows? I played precision farming so much that maybe that's what I'm remembering. All the good comments about the contract too, like forgetting that there's round bales and square bales is why it didn't let me use the same equipment. Silly, silly. I knew that. I knew better. I was just so excited to play. I wasn't thinking. I was just enjoying the time. So one of the cultivating contracts is done. We have the second one getting finished right now, and then we'll figure out what else to do. It's only 10 o'clock. We got to get a lot more done. There's might as well. I'll look at contracts after taking care of the field and possibly see if there's a harvesting one. It's September. I imagine there is. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to elect to have a worker do this, and we're going to take over the cultivating and just finish this contract because that's what I want to do. I'd rather do this than the weeds. Some really good feedback from the first episode, just playing, you know, the way we enjoy playing and having fun and chatting with you guys while I'm doing so. But yeah, thanks for all the awesome feedback. I'm still debating what channel this video is going to go on. This YouTube game, never know what's the right decision to make, and I don't know. A loss. It always seems like you can second guess yourself no matter what decision you make on any topic, it seems these days. Maybe it's always been that way in my life. That was way too fast. Are we gonna trust this? Nothing about weeds, I guess we will. What happens if you sharply turn right and grab it right away? Does it? Yeah, that misses a lot, but it will be okay with this contract. 97% done, just finishing this up. And then we'll look into something else to do, or make it October. The contract is finished. Both contracts are done now. Let's hop in here and take a look. First one for 37 that we didn't look at that field at all, really. $20,000. Let's go ahead and collect that. Field 42 is going to bring in $22,000. So that puts us back at $100,000, which selfishly was kind of my goal to end the month. Let's look at some contracts, though. Got nothing really intriguing. Just double check that the only grain harvest. Yeah, it's not a lot of money. All right, let's make it October. Well, this is on special, and we could use it. Extension costs money. We don't need that yet, but we're gonna buy it. So we're about to around $85,000 before it hits midnight. We'll see what the leasing, or not the leasing, but the payments are gonna be. Monthly payment on this, yeah, that's ridiculous. It's a lot of money. Over here, wow, what a monthly payment. 5 grand, 4 grand for this thing. So now we're at 68, so that's, gosh. That's rough, that's rough. We did it to ourselves though. All right, we got some daylight. Let's slow down time now. What was that special that just popped up? Oh yeah, we don't want any of that stuff. Oh, come on, just keep driving. Wait, we're heading over, I think it was 43? 44. Get cultivating going. I might end up doing this one myself. Excuse me. I might end up doing this one myself. I haven't decided yet. I'm definitely going to just get it started on its own to begin with. Got a nice new haul in here. Really was hoping for a good harvest contract, but doesn't seem to be in the cards right now. All right, let's head back to our farm. Let's take a look at... Whoa, got turned around. All right, weeds seem to be good. That did seem to take care of it. But it does need a little more fertilizer. What was left in, was there enough in here? I think there was. Let's take care of our own field before we start helping out with the contracts. All right, go get our new sprayer, our new spreader. I always say those things wrong. And we'll come back and hopefully that should be enough fertilizer to just get a little bit more put down. Oh, nobody did this harvest, so it withered. That's sad. So basically we're in a scenario where we have to keep doing contracts to pay for the financing. And I think I'm gonna be a little more picky with what we finance. I think it'll be the bigger items and not necessarily the smaller ones like this. You know, we bought the weeder, we bought this because it was nice and used. We bought, I don't know, I think we purchased something else outright, but we have enough stuff financed right now. I think we are spreading ourselves a little too thin, especially in the winter months. If the contract season or the contract offers aren't the best, we could find ourselves losing money. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Things are going good now, but we could easily overextend ourselves, or could have already. We're 8% done with that already. That's pretty good, because that's a well-paying contract. And I did notice it seems like they do pop up throughout the day. So I'll be keeping an eye on these harvesting ones and see if any worth really doing pop up. That would be a good paying one. Yeah, the root crops dominate. Seem to dominate the harvesting market for contracts. And we're playing for fun. I don't find those to be fun, especially by yourself. Now this thing might be just, it is. It's not just, it is overkill for this field. And this will be the only day we're able to drive on here. We do have crop destruction on, so we'll have to respect that. But yeah, I mean, I would like a no headland option. I think there are times where it makes sense, and there are times where it doesn't. And I don't think we need to do the headlands. And that should be all done. We will double check the map and see how well we did there by avoiding doing the headlands completely. Just kind of driving around and kind of using guided steering. Yeah, everything but the corners, which I'm fine with. It's not like this is gonna make a lot of money anyways. It almost feels like this might be more expensive to maintain right now, this tiny little field, than it is worth profiting. Soybeans. So this is something we should target, but we're not gonna have enough money for that. 88,000, ooh. Oh, we might. We might. That's my new goal. That is my new goal. All right, let's take this over. Get this all configured first, and we're gonna try to bust through this as fast as physically possible with this machine. Let's see how it goes. You know, doing these big contracts and just big jobs in Farming Simulator, I feel like it gets me into just brainstorming mode, or just like you're in your thoughts. Like, what do you guys, like in the comments, what do you think about? I mean, if you can't share it in the comments, don't. But like typically, like, do you constantly think about what you're gonna do next on the farm? Does your mind drift completely in 17,000 different directions? Mine constantly is just like, what am I gonna say next? What are we gonna talk about next? And one of the things I was just thinking is I am gonna put this on the second channel. I have decided that I want the main channel to be a little more polished and a little more professional feeling. And I think I want this to be my, I don't want to say less professional, but I think it does feel to be a little more, it's more authentic for sure. But it's less polished, I guess, is what I'm kind of thinking. And I don't want to call it low effort, because it's not low effort to edit the way I edited the first video and record it. It's still effort, but it's just a different mindset. And yeah, I think that did make my decision for me. It might not get as many views because of that. It might grow the second channel. Who knows? But I think I have made that decision. Is at some point there are business decisions that go into these channels when you are making money off of them and attempting to do it as a living. And the mental wrestling that goes on with all of that. I feel like it's stuff that just like you don't see a lot in videos because it doesn't do well, and it's a little too unprofessional and unpolished is kind of what I'm thinking. But if I have it on that other channel, I can do whatever I want and not stress about it. And then you play the games with in your head of like, well, man, what if this would have gone viral? What if this would have been the new cattle ranch? I doubt it would be. But you never know, and it still could be on the second channel. And jumping in to see if there's any other contracts. The cotton one's tempting. Anything where I have to spend money, I'm definitely not doing. Bale wrapping, I might be a little just quick 7 grand. I think I am gonna snag that one just to have it in case it disappears. All right, one at a time though. So last night I watched about 3 hours of Cattle Ranch to just reacquaint myself with how I was doing content. You know, I guess almost 2 years ago now at this point. And it was very insightful, the things I would talk about and the things I wouldn't talk about. I rant a lot more now than I did then. There was no ranting really. It was like a 10-second thing. And it's just crazy how perspective and timidness has changed. And I don't know if it's for the better sometimes. You know, looking back at that, it seemed like we're just flying through the content and making progress nonstop, and these rants really slow down the progress unless you do it over a time lapse, which is an intriguing idea. All right, that was tedious, guys. Cultivated is done, so we get our 29 grand there. Puts us back at 97. That's nice. So we should be able to end this episode with $100,000 in the account again. And I was thinking through that. Let's make sure we know where this field is. Okay, I was thinking through buying the other field, and I don't think it would be beneficial because we don't have a silo. And if we harvested all those soybeans, we'd have to sell them at their worst price. And I just don't think that would be super wise. Just like unfolding this bale wrapper before getting there wasn't wise. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Might think through it a little bit more, see what the contracts look like in November, if we can fund the field with just contracts and keep the $100,000 to potentially get a smallish silo. But yeah, so that decision is on hold. The ditches are such a nice touch, so realistic to the area. I just wish there was a little bit more terrain. Michigan is not flat, guys. All right, cruise around here. Find the best path. I think it would probably be this, so we can just kind of cruise around and drive in just like we're pretending we're harvesting it. But this shouldn't take long at all. It's just gonna be waiting for the bales to get wrapped. Z? Yeah, there we go. This is the job that if it paid this well, I would want in real life. I'm just driving around, wrapping bales, gonna bring home $6,700 for a couple hours worth of work. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up for that. All right, let's hop in the menu here because contract is finished. And we will collect. Oh, it's gone now. It's all gone. $104,000 where we're going to end today. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Socks Way Up, and I hope you're still enjoying this. I sure am. Can't wait to grow our own farm on here and limit the amount of contracts we're doing because we're in a better financial state. And I might modify this a little bit to have more water in the ditches. We'll see. All right. Peace.